Hi, Gemini. It's me, Jess, owner of my Taropist. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you're here. Sorry, I had to make sure I'm live. I'm actually live. I am. Hi. Gemini, this is your bonus reading. That's right, friends. You didn't get a birthday reading, but you are getting something just as magical and splendiferous and fantastical and wonderful. I hope. Anyway, I hope you think so too. We are going to do this for you. First, we're going to get you an oracle message from the Hadwich, the field guide, or Hadwich Botanical Oracle. Actually, the field guide is this book here by Silo Thompson. So we're going to get you a special oracle message from there. We are going to give you a general message, a whatever comes out message using the tarot. Then we're going to take a look at what you need to release, what you need to embrace, similar to what we do in the birthday reading. Then we're going to take a look at the new good coming to you, basically like your birthday gifts, right, that we do in the birthday reading. I had to think about that for a second. What? Because I just switched it up. I just switched it up right before I went live. So yeah, so then we're going to give you your birthday gifts, whatever comes what are your birthday gifts, or the new good that's coming to you, right? And then finally, we will all make a wish, because I don't care if it's not your birthday season, you still get a wish, boo. So we're going to make a wish on the selenite candle together. And so that's the reading I'm about to do for you. If that sounds good and fun and all the good stuff, then stick around, Gemini. This reading is just for you. My Taropist is now in session. Hey again, Gemini. It's me again. So hopefully I'm going to remember, because I just put this reading together. It's a different kind of bonus reading. It's combining different elements, some from the birthday reading, because if you didn't know, I usually do a birthday reading for every sign during their season. And I got backlogged, so I didn't get one out for Aries, Taurus, or Gemini. So during their season. So we are hitting those. Not all of them today. We're doing Gemini today. We still have Taurus and Aries to go, but we're going backwards now because we did Cancer. Now we're going to do Gemini, then we'll do Taurus, then we'll do Aries, okay? So I'm giving you all something a little bit extra special, good, just for you, my boo-boos. What do we got? Hey, Mojo Jojo. That's right. It's a Gemini bonus because we didn't do the Gemini birthday. So happy belated birthday to all my Gemini's friends. Thank you, Mojo Tarot. You guys give him a follower and a holler. That is Mojo Tarot. And no one expected me to come on tonight, so I don't expect to see a lot of folks on the live, but hopefully you Gemini folks will find it back. I might have to do a special post so y'all know that we did this for you. Don't miss your special bonus reading. All right, this is for Gemini. Gemini, Gemini. All right, what do we got for Gemini? What is the special oracle message that they need? Hey, Laura Ann, happy belated. All the Gemini people out there. All right, what is a special oracle message? Woo, okay. Ooh, nice. I like it. So you guys, it is so hot and humid today, y'all. So if I don't like it, if I'm a mess, that's why I've been like sweaty Betty today. You got Foxglove, which is connection. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see that. And then on the bottom of the deck, you did have, just so you know, the pine tree preserve. So, but I'm just going to read you a little bit from the Hadwich Field Guide. This is the Hadwich's Botanical Oracle by Silo Thompson. So we're just going to read this real quick. I'm not going to read you the whole thing because this is a really cool book if you're really, especially if you're interested in like botany or anything, you know, and the connection between like nature and mysticism and those sorts of things. This is a really interesting deck, an interesting book. I really kind of am a super fan of Silo Thompson, so I love everything she does, but this in particular is just different. It's unique. And she's very well researched, so you'll get a lot of good information. But I'm not going to read you everything, just the oracle message, right? Because we got a whole tarot reading to do here. So foxglove is also known as witch's gloves, fairy caps, folk glove, and fairy thimbles. Interesting. And she has really beautiful artwork in here too, just if you're a fan of art. I know Mojo Tarot is, because he's an artiste. Let's see. So the name foxglove, oh, that's long. Okay, let's go over here to the oracle property. So the oracle property for foxglove is connection. This quality is inspired by the many folkloric associations that surround this plant and its relationship with magic, fairies, and the unseen realm. Foxglove, and it's so cool because y'all are the magician. So she always ties in a tarot card, and I'm curious to see which one she ties in. With magic, fairies, and the unseen realm. Foxglove is a wonderful addition to a garden and is valued for its height and lovely color. The flowers also attract pollinators that benefit adjacent plants. Additionally, this interesting plant is connected not just to the health of other plants, but also to minerals in the ground. You can often find foxglove proliferating in areas that have iron, tin, or coal deposits. Interesting. This magical plant is associated with the planet Venus and with the Empress tarot card. Okay, not the magician, but still interesting. In an oracle context, the word connection would be speaking of your relationship with a person, a community, or even with yourself, your history, your subconscious, your physical body. Are you feeling isolated or cut off from someone or something? Remember that much like a garden, connections require care and tending. If you're feeling disconnected, try taking action rather than waiting for things to come to you. Reach out to a friend, find a way to contribute to your community, ask someone out for coffee, a cup of joe, if you will, right? Um at times, we can feel disconnected from some aspect of ourselves, for example, our creativity or our sexual selves. Again, these are connections that require work and space to flourish. If our time and focus are turned toward professional advancement or entirely consumed with caring for others, our wholeness as individuals will be compromised. Remember that you are at your best when healthy, happy, relaxed, and fulfilled. And this can only happen when you make the time and space for each part of yourself to grow. Lovely message for my Geminis, who are, I feel like, one of the more sociable, you know, signs in the zodiac. So connection, but I love how it talked about the importance of balance, right? And also making sure that we're connecting with ourselves. All right, let's go to. Oh, thanks, Jojo, for that. Yeah, no, not today. Not today. We're just doing a Gemini belated birthday or bonus reading. Okay, that's what we're doing right now, friend. But thank you for asking. All right, let's get into it for my Geminis. Whatever comes out. Oops, and I forgot to put the banner for your oracle message, and I made a special banner just for that. That's all right. I always get a little like flustered when I'm doing a brand new sort of thingamajig on the channel. All right, so we are now going to your whatever comes out general message, if I can find the banner for that. Which I will in just a second. How is everybody doing? How are you all? I have too many banners. Here we go. Whatever comes out, general. All right, Gemini, this is for you, my booze. Don't forget to stick around for the new good, aka your birthday gifts and making a wish on the candle. So let's get it. Whatever comes out for Gemini, what do they need to know right now? You guys, I have like serious, I think for, like, I know might be a little bit weird or gross or something. It's not gross, but like when you got fluffy, furry friends and you're holding them and cuddling them and kissing on them, and it's also like humid Sometimes that first sticks to you, and you start to feel like you're your own furry friends. And that's what's happening right now on my face because I was giving some kitty kisses before I came on. So if I'm like doing all kinds of this, that's why. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just a fur mom over here on a hot and humid summer day. All right, let's go. Those who know, if you know, you know, I guess, as they say. If you know, you know. Okay. This is for Gemini. Whatever comes out for Gemini, whatever comes. And here comes one of them. You trying to get more kitty kisses? Mr. Bojangles wants to come up and say hi. But let me get some of this reading in for these people, okay? Whatever comes out for Gemini. This is for Gemini. Gemini, Gemini. All right. What does Gemini need to know right now? What does Gemini need to know? Ooh, okay. Some of you, I feel like there was something that ended, maybe for some of you rather painfully. I don't know why I'm hearing like this old song that's like, I'm wishing on a star to follow where you are. Anyway, I can't sing. I don't know. Look up the song if that means something to you, or maybe the song is just significant and you know what song I'm talking about. But I really feel like there is a situation that might have ended painfully. Now, I don't know what this specific situation was, or if this was a loss of a person, a thing in your life. I want to say, like, I feel like this was a blessing in a way, like, weirdly enough. And I know that may not feel that way for you, but I feel like for some of you, this was something that, OJ, I'm not coming down. I feel like for some of you, this was something that really needed to happen. Like this ending needed to happen. You may have even had a say in it for some of you, because I feel like what it was something that was really burdening you and troubling you and causing you a lot of distress and anxiety and worries. And for some of you, maybe it was a responsibility that you had. And I'm not saying it's one that was like something that was entirely terrible, but it was like unburdening yourself from this thing, having this ending was something that was necessary, I feel like, for your growth. Come here. Come here. If you want to come up, but I'm not going to come down there. Come here. Come here. He's doing this thing. I'm sorry, y'all. My cat, he's doing this thing where he's like, he acts like he wants to come on my lap, but he doesn't. He just wants me to come away and give him undivided attention. He's a Leo. Please pay him no mind. Anyway, back to your reading, Gemini. I really feel like this was something that needed, it was almost like you might have had for some of you this like clarity or this aha moment of like, oh, okay, that thing really needs to end in order for me to move forward, in order for me to move in a direction towards healing. Like you needed to unburden it. Just the primary energy I'm getting is that you needed to unburden yourself from something. Okay. Something you may have been like kind of confused about the path or the direction that you needed to take. And it was kind of like, I feel like there was something in your life that was really preventing you from moving forward in the direction that you needed to go, in the way that you needed to move in life, because it was some kind of a responsibility or a burden that you were carrying, right? And so I feel like by releasing that thing, it provided some kind of clarity towards your real true purpose. So for example, let me give you an example to illustrate it. And this doesn't have to be your specific situation, but I like to do this because I think it kind of helps people go like, oh, that's what you mean. Okay. In case it's not clear. So for example, say you were in a job that, and you were kind of feeling like, oh, this job is kind of stressing me out. This is something that like, I don't really want, like, I don't really want to do this. Or a relationship, even like this relationship is like, I'm trying to make this work, but it just, something doesn't feel right. I feel like I'm always walking on eggshells. I feel like I'm stressed out all the time, whatever the case is. Right. And it's like, there may have been like, for example, if it's a job situation, like, I know that this isn't my purpose. This isn't my calling. Come here. There. There. Say hi. Oh my gosh. I know this isn't my true calling. I know this isn't my true purpose. I know that there's something else for me to do, but I'm bogged down in confusion. Sometimes when you're caught up in the day to day and mundane reality of your situation, that you don't really have the bandwidth, you don't have the space that enables you to really go after the thing that you really want or pursue the thing that you really want, or the space to really dream for bigger things or pursue bigger things because you're so responsible for this other thing, or you're so tethered to this other thing, this other responsibility, or this thing that is taking up and occupying so much of your energy and time and what have you, right? So it's like, I feel like this ending, although for some of you it may have been painful, in a way it sort of freed you. But what I'm seeing is that for some of you, you're kind of at this moment also wrapped up in a little bit of nostalgia over the past, over what you lost, or what the thing is that had to be released or had to be let go of, right? There's this something that's starting to pull you a little bit away from this, like, gratitude for the finality of it, right? Gratitude for the freedom now and being able to choose and being able to decide for yourself your path forward, being able to have new options and possibilities and not feel burdened by them because you now have the space, you now have the bandwidth that is necessary to pursue it. So it's like you're kind of in this place, I feel like some of you, where it's like, oh, there was that big sigh of relief. Okay, this thing is finally done. I got some clarity. I got some truth in this. I realized, like, why that was feeling like a burden for me, or why something just in milk wasn't clean. You know what I'm saying? And now you're kind of, but now there's something I feel like it's pulling you back in this energy of nostalgia. It's almost like this rose colored glasses sort of a vibe, right? Tell me more about this for Gemini. King of Cups. Because whatever this was, there was an emotional component to it, right? King of Cups, Eight of Cups, bottom of the deck. So for some of you, you may have had to set a boundary. For some of you, this may have been like related to a mother or mother figure. It could be someone that you know that was a mother, maybe a single mother. For some of you, maybe it was your own mother, grandmother, aunt, sister, cousin, whatever, It could have been a friend. It could have been someone that was in your life, that at one point, like, you were nurturing them or they were nurturing you. Someone that I feel like you held at one point maybe in high regard, if this was a person, right? If this was a job, it could have been a job that was like providing for you financially, maybe enabled you to have some savings or to be a little bit comfortable when it came to your financial resources. Take it as it resonates for you, right? But whatever the case is, there was some tie here, emotionally. Someone walked away and set a boundary here, okay? And for a lot of you, I feel like that might have been you that did that. And I feel like why this Six of Cups energy is because there was an emotional connection there, or something that was connecting you in an emotional sense, right? And so it's kind of like, at the time it was like, no, this is the thing I need to do. This has got to be ended. I got to quit this. I got to end this. Or if it happened to you, friend, it was like you realize it was for your highest good. It was necessary for you to put distance between yourself and that thing or that person, and to go along your merry way, right? Something just was no longer really feeling like it was filling your cup. It was feeling like your cup was getting emptied too much, right? With that ton of Wands energy, there was something that was burdening you about it. Something that was causing you stress, anxiety, insomnia. I don't know. So it's like now you're like, but now it's like, there's this like a heart pull toward it. It's like your heart chakra is kind of going a little like Twitter page over. I don't know, Twitter page is the right word, but it's getting a little bit of this like little rumbly feeling of like, did I do the right thing? Was that the right call? And I feel like whoever needs to hear this message is hearing this, because yes, I feel like the answer is yes. In fact, let's clarify, what does Gemini need to know about this situation right now and the current energies that we're reading? Something about that situation was not fair for you, and you know this, boo. Okay. Either you were giving more than you were receiving. So if this was like a friendship, maybe you were invested more in that friendship, or a love connection, maybe you were invested more. If it was a job situation, there might have been something that was just unfair and imbalanced. Maybe you would hit a wall there. There was no further way, you can go any further. Um, for a lot of you, this was a situation that had a stronghold on you in a sense. Maybe someone or something was controlling you and it was causing you a lot of heartbreak. Okay. If this was a relationship, maybe there was a third party, maybe someone was giving to somebody else. And the decision to end it and move in a new direction was actually absolutely the right thing to do. And I feel like working on it would have just led to further disaster, in which there might have been some kind of divine intervention. Okay. So trying to fix this, I feel like, is not the solution. The solution is for you to allow the situation to transform you, change you, so that you can change for the better and you can grow from this, right? And become stronger for it and more in control. Because I feel like what I'm getting a lot of is there's a lack of balance or harmony in this connection or this situation, and it's feeling like it was controlling you more than you were controlling it, or it was controlling your destiny and your future more than you were taking control of your own destiny and your own future. Okay. Maybe some of you had an addiction here that you had to let go of or release. If this was a family situation, it's sometimes family doesn't know best. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we really have to make decisions that are for our highest good, regardless of what our parents wanted for us or want for us, right? If it doesn't resonate, don't take it. Your destiny is yours to manage, to see through. If this feels like something that was a missed opportunity, I feel like it wasn't. It wasn't the path that was for you. Okay. It wasn't the path that was for you. So I feel like wrestling over some kind of an ending instead of giving yourself closure, you need to give yourself closure, boo, and look towards the future and start manifesting something that is going to give you bring in more blessings, and things will move in your favor. I feel like maybe there needs to be a little bit of you working on balancing your emotions a little bit, being able to know how to set better boundaries for yourself, and with finality, right? With finality, not keep being a revolving door so that people can like abuse you or use you and that kind of thing, right? But knowing that, okay, um, knowing your truth and knowing your worth and knowing your value. I also feel like if this has to do with friends, I feel like you will be making some new friends in time, okay? Friends that are kind of on the same page with you, um, friends who'll be more loving and kind towards you. Some of you might have been, this isn't for everybody, but some of you might have been dealing with friends that had like um either they were struggling with addictions, or maybe like mental illness, or just like a lot of like those kind of people in your life, and maybe not friends, but whoever it was, could have been relative for some, but people in your life that maybe were struggling with a lot of their own stuff, and somehow their stuff became your stuff, or you're the one that was cleaning up the mess, and that's not really fair for you. Okay, only take that if that resonates for you. Okay. But yeah, I feel like if you're starting to get a little bit of a soft heart towards something, and you want to open that door back up again, I feel like no. Or if you're feeling regrets, or if you're feeling like, I should, maybe that was a bad decision to make. No, it was you made the right decision. Whatever your initial like gut instinct was on something, never second guess your gut, right? If your intuition is telling you this thing or this person or this place or whatever is not good for you, or you're feeling, if you have to think about it too much, I always feel like that. If I have to think about something too much, um then I always know like that thing is probably not right for me. If I have to keep going back and forth on it, then it's probably not right for me. It's like I'm having to talk myself into a yes. That's a bad situation to be in. You shouldn't have to talk yourself into a yes. I don't know who needs to hear that. Okay. And remember, I said this in a reading recently, but like no can be a full sentence. Setting a boundary doesn't mean you have to go back and be like, I know I said no, but just so you know, like I'm not really no, just say no. Like it's not for you, and there's a reason, and it's okay. And sometimes it takes time for the right situation, the right person, the right thing to come along, and that's okay too. There's a lot of growth that can come in that waiting period. There's a lot of ways that we can work on ourselves in between relationships, in between jobs, starting new creative projects, learning, taking up a new hobby, learning things about ourselves, taking a class, like whatever it, going out and spending time with friends that you've neglected. If you've been in a relationship, if you're one of those people that's in a relationship for a long time and like, forgets you have friends, like, you know what I mean? There's so much that can be done in terms of self-growth in that in between time, as we're waiting for things to balance out and the next opportunity to present itself. Okay. The next person, the next opportunity, the next situation, the next thing. Okay. But be proactive and take action. All right. We're going to go to, hey, Anna. Hey, friend. Hey, get your face painted. Reproduces another gumbo ball every day. Yeah, you get it. You get it. To the fur daddy over there, Mr. Jojo. Miss Smurf Frankenstein Kitchen. Okay. Boy, go. I Virgos can be really good partners. I can't speak. Virgos can make very good life partners if you're looking for a life partner. Sola, is it Sola or Sol LA? Sola. Hey, friend. Hey. I'm sorry, I gotta read your thing here. Let's see. Really hurting your baby daddy is EUPD and unstable. He's a beauty. Thinks he isn't. You don't leave the house. You do nothing wrong. He won't leave. I'm struggling, but God got. Yeah, boo. I really, 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 really hope that there is a peaceful resolution to that situation. And I really hope that you're not staying in a situation where you are being abused, friend. I hope that you can find the right resources and help that you need. Reach out to who you need to. Please don't try to handle that situation alone. And please, 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 yeah. If you feel unsafe, if you feel it's unsafe for your child, I really hope you're getting the seeking the proper resources that can help you remove yourself from that situation, boo, before it gets worse. And I'm sorry you're going through that, friend. And after this live, I will be praying for you in that situation, because that is a no good, not good. And keep your head up, friends. I hope there's people around you too, that you have a support system that you can reach out to, boo. And I'm sad that you're hurting, friend. I'm sad that you're hurting, and I'm sorry that you're hurting. And I really hope that gets better very soon. Y'all we never know what everyone's going through something in life, you know what I mean? And this is why I just stress so much. I feel like it's so important to be kind to each other. Because you just don't know what people are going through, all of us, everyone. Okay, so we did whatever comes out, and now we're going to go to what you need to embrace. If I can find it. Oh my God. Okay, what you need to let go of. What do y'all need to let go of? I mean, I feel like we touched on it a little bit, but let's get into it a little bit more. And then stick around, because we're going to do the new, good. And we're going to do your birthday wish. All right. So this is for Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. What does Gemini need to let go of as we go through this next cycle and season of our lives? Okay. Well, Some of you guys might need to experience a bit of an ego death, I guess. Some of you guys, please don't get offended. I'm only reading the cards, but some of you guys might have a little bit of a need to be admired and adored. And it may be tied to, this egoistic sort of need for attention, need for love, need for approval. Okay. So we've got the Six of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Um, and I feel like, and then I've got the Death card. So I feel like, again, sitting with oneself and kind of questioning, okay, why is it so important for me to be liked, to be admired, for me to be recognized, for, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm hearing good things come to those who wait. And we touched a little bit on that in the general or whatever comes out. So it's like, this need for immediate gratification is kind of what I'm getting off of this Ace of Cups, Six of Wands, like immediate gratification, immediate attention, immediate, like, look at me, like, what's the shiny new thing now? Some of you may have that too. Maybe have, squirrel syndrome. Okay. What's the shiny new thing? And sometimes it's like a couple of things, right? Being, first of all, practicing gratitude for what you already have, right? And more appreciation for that. Less of this, like, okay, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next goal that I can accomplish? What's the next new thing? If this is about love, some of y'all may like to get, may have a hard time committing or sticking with the thing or the person, right? And this is not going to be for everybody, so don't take it if it's not yours. I got a couple more things going on here, but I feel like some of you guys, there's like this need for things to happen really quick, fast, and in a hurry. There may be a little bit of bossiness, a little bit of controlling energy on this too. A little bit of like, I want to get to the next thing right now. And it's like, okay, slowing down. What I'm getting is like a lesson in gratitude, a lesson in patience, being grateful for what you already have, what is already in front of you, what's present, the accomplishments that you have achieved, right? Sitting with that a little bit longer, sitting with what you do have a little bit longer, being able to like really, like when you're enjoying a nice hot beverage and it's just like savoring it and savoring the moment. Maybe there's a little bit of this like need for mindfulness and of gratitude and appreciation, right? For where you're at, for where you are, for what you have accomplished. If this is about like a relationship, maybe not wanting to push things forward too quickly, but being able to take your time with it. Now for some of y'all, and don't hate the messenger. Some of you guys, I'm telling you, there's a little bit of like shiny new object syndrome coming through on this Gemini. I'm sorry. I also am getting a little bit of like focusing on too many different things and maybe needing to just like kind of sit and focus on one thing at a time. So letting go of like, putting too many different irons on too many different fires, you know what I'm saying? That could also be with relationships. But I'm also getting that some of you guys either it's a tendency to not commit and wanting to look at the next thing, moving towards the next thing, right? Okay, that was cool. On to the next. What else is out there? A grass is greener kind of vibe, right? Letting go of that a little bit, being able to focus on one thing at a time. Really applying yourself too. I feel like taking the time to like really learn and study and excel and exceed in one thing rather than like spreading yourself thin and doing so many different things. Don't take it if it's not yours. But I'm just saying what I'm saying. And then for some of you, it's also, I started to touch on it. Oh yeah, moving too quickly in a relationship. So for those of you who are are more the committal type, maybe trying to push things forward a little bit too soon, maybe trying to test the waters a little bit too soon, either sexually or experimentally, or just like let's move this forward as let's get there quickly. So I just feel like taking your time, moving a little bit slow, being grateful for what you do have, focusing on one thing at a time. Maybe some of you, are really great at multitasking. Maybe some of you have a little bit of an ADD or ADHD situation. That's okay, friend. Work on it. See how you can, what you need to do to try to focus more better. I'm there with you. And then some of this is like a little bit, I feel like, of an ego death and a little bit of humility, right? And allowing yourself to like really go through what you need to in terms of like growth and transformation, and learning things that you need to before jumping to the next thing, right? So if something isn't working right away, it could be that if it's not broke, don't fix it. But if it's broke, maybe you can fix it, right? Maybe this is something you can work on together. Also, I feel like being a team player and not having to be like the one that's like the boss or in charge or that sort of thing. Sorry, this is what it's telling me. I'm not even going to go there. But I'm hearing this song. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. So some of you guys might need to let go. Like maybe there's a little bit of an issue with honesty. I'm sorry, boo. I don't know. This is what the cards are saying. But being honest with yourself too. Maybe in terms of, I feel like this goes back to, again, like sitting with yourself when some things aren't working out, being able to look at, okay, why did this not work out? What can I do better? Or what is fixable and what's not fixable? Does that make sense? Okay. And if it's fixable, maybe it's something that can be worked on instead of going to buy a new car. Like, okay, listen, all your car is telling you is you need an oil change. You don't got to get a new car just because the oil needs to be changed. You know what I'm saying? That's fixable, boo. Okay. Let's see what you need to embrace. My gosh, it's super, super hot, you guys. I'm going to have to turn on the air conditioning. Whew. Hey, Teresa. Hey, friend. Hey. What's this humility I speak of? Oh, no, Jojo. Sorry. I didn't say it. The cards did. No, we're not going to label all the Geminis like that. Okay, friend. No, we're not. We're doing the reading, but that's a no. I don't believe that about Geminis. I think Geminis have a lot of confidence and they're very creative and multi-talented people. And sometimes very creative and multi-talented people also have a lot of confidence. Listen, I'm Gemini Venus, okay? And Gemini Venuses have really bad reputations for not being committal. And I always am like, that's not true. Not all. Just mirrors. Laura Ann says we're just mirrors. Oh my God. Geminis are innocent angels. There's always good and bad to every sign. And I feel like, I can show all the bad traits of a Cancer on one day and I can show all the good traits the next day. So, it is what it is. Okay, let's go to what you need to embrace. Oh my gosh, I'm so hot. Here we go. What does Gemini need to embrace? Listen, I do have some signs that I like. I have to kind of make the sign of the cross before I deal with them. Gemini is not one of them. I have lots of Gemini friends, and I actually think Geminis make like really great friends. For me personally, I think also because my Venus sign is Gemini, I tend to get along really well on like a friendship level with Geminis. I've had relationships, like romantic relationship with Gemini, and that's not as good. But there was a period of time where I was attracting Geminis like cuckoo bananas. But yeah, on a friendship level, I vibe pretty well with Geminis. We just kind of, I think because we like to talk a lot, because my Gemini Venus and their Gemini Sun, we just sit there and talk shit. Like, it's fun. And they tend to have like really good senses of humor. And just be like pretty, I don't know. I've never known a Gemini that was like super high strung. Like, I don't know. All air signs are pretty, they if you're on their good side, they're pretty chill folks to kick it with. Not nothing too crazy in the sense of like trying to start drama, although they do like to gossip. All right, what do you need to embrace? What do you need to embrace, Gemini? What does Gemini need to embrace? All right. I like to converse, like have interesting conversations. They tend to be like interesting people. Yeah, they do make it great friends, right? They do. You guys are cracking me up in the chat. Right. And that's the thing too, Laura Ann, right? Is that yeah, and that's why I get along with them, Jojo, because they like to communicate and they need intellectual stimulation. And I'm right there with them on that. And that's why we vibe so well. But yeah, you can't judge. The thing is, I hate when people are like, what's your sign? Okay, what's your chart? That's a little more better if you want to get into it. And I'm not an astrologer, you guys, not an astrology lesson by any means. But yeah, you kind of have to know the whole chart to get the full picture, right? So judging someone off a sun sign alone is not a good indicator of what kind of person they are, nor is judging someone off their astrological chart alone either a good indicator of what kind of human being they are, okay? It's way deeper than that, but it is, you can learn a lot, I'll be honest. All right, Gemini, what do you need to embrace? Gemini, Gemini. What does Gemini need to embrace? What does Gemini need to embrace? Oh, you're going to like this. It's so weird, right? Because like literally what you need to let go of is like the ego. But then what you need to embrace, apparently some of y'all might have fire in your chart, is your King of Wands energy. Okay. So I feel like Gemini, this is what I'm getting for you super, super strong. Let me get into it. So if I put that together with what I'm seeing, what you need to let go of with what you need to embrace, it's more of like a lot of what the ego death does, and that letting go and releasing that need for external validation is what I'm getting. Is you letting go, sorry for that if that made a noise, letting go of this need for external validation in favor of you knowing your worth and your value and your confidence, your charisma, and all of that coming from within you, boo. King of Wands is not like the Six of Wands energy, right? In the sense of like, adore me, appreciate me, like he just knows, like I'm the king, like roar, right? He just knows. I'm confident because I know my worth, I know my value. I can just walk into a room and command attention. I don't need to toot a horn or come in on a horse and with like a stick in my hand and waving it and being like, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. I just have to, it's just my mere presence that is going to command attention, right? That's going to make people listen to me. It's going to make people look at me. It's going to make, and it's not for any ego trip, because what I feel like that is that's more of a coming from a place of deficit, right? This need, and with that Ace of Cups, like I need that cup. I need someone to fill my cup, right? And it's like, no, you don't need nothing from nobody. You the King of Wands, roar! Like you already got it like that, right? You don't need anyone. You don't need anyone's validation. You don't need anyone's attention. You don't need anyone's approval. You just command it by being who you are, because your cup is already full and then some. You're the one who's pouring it and giving it to others. You got the whole bottle, boo. You're like, anyone want to drink here? I got it. I got it. And then some, right? The King of Wands is generous in that way, right? He's generous in the sense of like, he his like presence fills up and lights up the room, right? He doesn't need you to bow to him. You do because he's just got it like that. You know what I'm saying? When you're at the king level, there's no higher place to go, right? King or queen. Like you can't go higher than that, I guess, unless the emperor or the empress. And those are all the kings and all the queens like rolled into one, right? So it's not like there's anything that you need. So when you come from a place of like having more than enough, you're automatically then the generous one because you're overflowing. You're overflowing with charisma. You're overflowing with confidence. You're overflowing with the gift of gab and all of those good things that we talked about, right? Like you've got it. Creativity, you got it, stamina, you got it. Passion, you got it, right? And so I feel like embracing that aspect, that quality of yourself, being able to fill your own cup, being able to know who you are and what you have to offer and what you're bringing to the table instead of having like when you know that, you don't have to announce that. You ever been in the presence of somebody who just exudes confidence, It's like nobody sits there and asks them like, who are you? What do you do? It's just like everyone immediately is just like, wow, that person. Like, let me just go be in their presence because they're so warm and fiery and passionate, right? So it's just like I feel like you embracing more of that instead of coming from that 6 of Wands energy of like, look at me, look, I'm coming in, look at what I did, look at what I did, look at what I can do, I'm so great. It's like, no, you're the freaking king. Roar! Like, you command that just by being who you are and knowing who you are and your worth and your value, right? So I also feel like for some of you too, I think that might get you out of a bit of a rut, especially if like you resonate with that previous message of feeling like you're in a situation that there's the love is not there anymore, or that time has run out, that a situation you need to walk away from, like that knowing your worth and your value and being able to stand up for yourself and having that kind of confidence, right, is going to help you to get out of a situation, I feel like, or leave something behind, knowing full well, like not looking back, not being in that energy of nostalgia that we talked about at the beginning of the reading, right? But knowing full well, like I can stand up for myself. I'm going to, have the confidence to walk away from something that doesn't serve me. So I feel like that too, Gemini as well. Some of you may have water in your chart. You may have a significant water placement, and maybe that's the thing that kind of, and I'm also saying like, they got the King of Cups here again. So it's like that there may be a strong water placement in your chart that, again, going back to like, you got to look at the whole chart, right, boo? But something inside of you that's soft, that is maybe pulls you back where you feel like, but maybe I made the wrong decision, or maybe it could be better, or maybe I can forgive 50, 500, 300,000 times, or maybe just one more assignment, or maybe just one more. No, you have to know when to hold them and when to fold them, Gemini, right? And so I feel like being able to know who you are and your worth and your value, that you deserve better, is going to help you to also more quickly make a decision to walk away from things that don't serve you when it is time. Remember, if you can fix it, boo. But if it's not fixable and know that you deserve better, that's when you make the move. Not for the attention, not for the ego gratification, but because you know that there is something that's genuinely, sincerely better for you. And this is broken to the end. The wheels are off. We're not talking about it just needs an oil change or some air in the tire. No, the wheels are off. The engine is out. We can't go nowhere. So we got to do what we need to do for us, right, boo? Okay. I also feel embracing nurture a little bit more of your nurturing side there, friends. There may be like a very nurturing loving, sort of caring quality. Again, I feel like there's some of you, it's like if you just put some energy and effort into watering those seeds a little bit more, giving them a little bit more love, speaking them to them really kindly, I feel like there's a lot more that can grow in your life, right? From those seeds that you're planting, instead of just like scattering them and being like, let's go over here and throw some seeds over there and see what comes. No, like watering something with love, with kindness, with time, attention, all of those things. A lot of you also, I feel like creatively are very, very, very talented or gifted in some way. There's a lot of creative energy between this King of Cups and this King of Wands, and then this Queen of Pentacles makes me think that there's something that can tie into how you make your financial resources and financial blessings that come to you, things that can grow through your own creative ideas and capabilities. And if you can just kind of own that more, I feel like there's a lot of energy of you stepping up more into like a leadership role. Maybe this is entrepreneurship for some of you. Wow, you got a lot of people here too. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So you got a lot of people. I feel like if there's a way for you to kind of fuse all these pieces of, if this is pieces of you, pieces, pieces, pieces of me. It's like, I feel like all of these different pieces of you, of who you are and what makes you you, so unique and special and magical and wonderful. It's like, if you can fuse these things together, I feel like one, recognizing within yourself how amazing you are, again, like filling your own cup, not needing to seek that attention, validation from external sources, but from within, right? I feel like there's some like beautiful like gumbo Gemini gumbo here of like qualities and characteristics that are really special and unique, and I feel like putting them all together for some of you guys, I feel like there may be something here in terms of what you can do for work, career, finances. You also, can I just say, it's so funny because it's like what you need to let go of and what you need to embrace is like kind of tying together. And then I'm going to move on to the next. But I feel like some of you guys are going to get a lot of attention from a lot of people, and embracing that without coming from this place of needing it. Does that make sense? I hope this makes sense for somebody. And if some of you struggle with this, because every Gemini that I know doesn't need that. So again, you could have, it depends on what your placements are and all that sort of thing, right? But I feel like for some of you, there may be like, you may be shy even to get some of your creative, I'm getting specifically like creative projects or creative ideas out there. For some of you, you may have an opportunity to do some public speaking, or to be some of your ideas or projects, especially if you're working with like a team of people, maybe it may be writing, singing, drawing, something like that, like some kind of a creative project, and maybe something to do with social media. But I feel like there's something here where you are going to need to embrace a little bit more of being comfortable being seen and being recognized and allowing your stuff to be out there and put yourself out there more. But again, I feel like come from that place of quiet confidence within rather than the need for external validation from without. Okay. This is so key for my Geminis, but I'm telling you what I'm seeing. And I feel like some of you guys are going to be starting to get recognized, like even getting like fans, I'm getting for some of you, or getting an opportunity to be seen, or present ideas or concept, or present something, just I don't know, speaking or presenting. And it's like, I feel like you're going to get recognized. So start getting comfortable with the spotlight. But I feel like the reason why you need to release what you need to release, what we talked about, is because when you get to that point, you're going to have to let go of ego. It's going to have to be pure. It's going to need to come from a pure place, from a loving place, not from a place of like, fill this hole inside of me. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like that release is to help you to prepare to embrace the recognition that you are going to receive and be ready for it in a way that's like going to be, I heard holy, but I don't, not holy in that way, but pure is a better way to say it. Okay, Gemini. Who we got? Hey, Joao. Hey, friend. Hey. Hola, Joao. Tudo bem? Gumbo's a Cancer? I have a Cancer and a Leo cat. Zimmy's my Cancer kitty. Okay, bye, Laura. Oh, you have 4 Scorpio placements. Bye-bye. See you later. Holy Scorpio, 4 Scorpio. That's a lot. Am I making your head big, Wendy? What's your zodiac sign? I'm sorry. A, stop. B, how much time do you have? Boy, bye. Okay, what are we doing? Oh yeah, this is my favorite part. Your birthday gifts. Now, I don't have it as the new good. Oh, I do. Okay, we're gonna call it the new good, but it's also known as your birthday gifts. Okay, boo. So this is basically the new a good coming to you, my boo boo. All right, so I'm gonna do a little cleanse. I feel like I'm gonna use a different deck though. Actually, you guys ready? And I'm like spraying everything because it feels nice. But this is the cleansing spray. All right. All right. What are your birthday gifts? What are your belated birthday gifts, Gemini? This is the new good coming to my Gemini boo-boos. And then last but not least, we are going to make a wish and blow out the selenite candle. So start thinking about your wishes. Start thinking about them. You can make more than one. I'm generous. You guys deserve all the wishes because we're late for your birthday. Okay. So let's go. This is for Gemini. What is all the new good coming to them? This is for now, between now and your next birthday season, or I guess now, this time next year. It's for the whole rest of the next year, okay? Of your life. These are the days of your life, Gemini. Oh my. Oh my. How fast they do fly. All right. This is for Gemini. This is for Gemini. I love this deck. It's hard to shuffle though. Gemini. 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 Sometimes words just don't sound right when you spell them. You know what I'm saying? Gemini. What is the new good coming to Gemini? What are their birthday gifts for this next year of their lives? Keep in mind, this is predictive. Okay. So you guys could be getting an apology from someone who wronged you in the past. I know that's whatever. Tell me why this. Yeah. It could be someone who's a water sign, or it could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I also feel like for some of you guys, if you have endured some struggles in this last year, I feel like you're going to be opening your heart to love in this next year, like to new love, something brand new. God. Okay. I got to say what I see sometimes. You guys could have an ending to a relationship, especially if it's like a marriage. Especially if it's like with a male person, there may also be a loss of a paternal figure. Okay, father figure. I just have to say what I see. And I don't know why that's new, good. But if I don't tell you what I'm seeing predictively, I regret it later. So I'm just telling you what I see. Take it if it resonates. If it doesn't, leave it. Um, I want to say I feel like for my friend who's in here, who's dealing with this situation, um, just for her specifically, okay? Be really careful you get out of that situation, friend. Um, I feel like I'm pulling something personal for you, and I'm gonna pull another deck, and I'm gonna do something, start this all over. But I want to say I feel like be really careful about that situation, because I do feel like it is potentially gonna cause is causing some woundedness for your child if you're still watching. Um, And I feel like it's not gonna end very well if you stay in there, so I'm saying please do what you need to do, and I'm not trying to scare you or anything. Please don't. I don't feel anything horrible, but I do see that this is damaging your child, and I feel like, the situation may not end entirely well, so please, do what you need to do to kind of get out of that situation, and I feel like you're gonna be okay on the other side of it, friend. I feel like there is, that your heart's still gonna be open for love, but I feel like the sooner you kind of remove yourself, the better, particularly for your child. Okay, um, nothing bad that I'm seeing for your child, but I feel like it's causing like a wound, like like a childhood wound, and one that could be carried through life. So I want, just based on what I'm seeing, I think I'd really like for you to focus on healing your heart, friend, and to get out of that situation. And that's just for you. But I do see hope on the other side of that, which is, I want to stress that for you. I see hope on the other side of it. I see your heart healing and being open for love again in the future. I really do. And I feel like you are a really loving person. And I feel like you love your child specifically, like very much. Um, but I want to say I don't see that ending super great. So I want to see you get out of there. And not for you, friend, for this dude. So, okay. For the rest of y'all Geminis, I do see potentially a new job coming for you in this next year, and you being able to save some money. So, if especially like this could be a job or a new job or a new career that you're starting this next year, or a new business, and I see that really prospering for you. I see you being able to start like saving for your future. Maybe some of you guys investing more in like retirement or savings, or and something like that. I'm not talking about investing in meme coins or something. I mean, like your retirement savings, like your IRA, like opening an IRA, 401k, whatever. Maybe a company that you can be vested in. That's for some, not for everybody. But I do see a new job or career opportunity, or for some of you, it could be a creative project. If you're creative, I'm hearing creative entrepreneur. So for some of you, you may be a creative entrepreneur. But I see there being a job opening up for you in this next year that's going to help you to kind of get your finances on track and start saving. Now, for some of you, just so you know, this new opportunity, it may be something that you could be in for long term. It could be something that has opportunity for growth. It may start you at a lower level. That's for some, not for everybody. And this is especially if you've been struggling financially lately, if that's been an issue for you. Be careful on your spending too, Geminis, in this next year. Don't spend like more than what you can afford to. Be a little bit more careful with your money and your spending, and also your health and well-being, physical health. But I also I want to say, this potentially this new job, it could be something that starts you like at an apprentice level, or something like it gives you an opportunity to grow, though, for you to learn and to grow. And I feel like that's going to be good for you. Feels like a really good opportunity, especially long term financially being good for you. Okay. Like as promised, I'm going to get a new deck, and let's see, go back to the one we were using. Why not? And get some more new, good. This is for Gemini. This is for Gemini. This is for Gemini. This is for Gemini. Okay. What is the new? Good. Come to my Geminis. What are their birthday gifts? Come on. It's like whenever I do this, it's like predictive. It's just predictive, and it's like, okay, I really want an only good, new. Not just the prediction part, but specifically new, good. But it's always whatever comes out. It's always like it always ends well. Like it's always for a reason. Do you know what I mean? It's always something positive on the other side of it. It always is. Never fails. Gemini, Gemini. But it's like the cards are like, you want a prediction, do you? Okay, I'll give you a prediction. Okay, here's a good one. We got the 10 of Pentacles, boo. So this next year, your money could be looking really good. Be, like I said, I want to say be super careful that you're not spending more than what you're getting in, because I feel like you guys, especially if you focus a lot on saving in this next year or investments in this next year, I feel like they're going to pay off. So this is like, I feel like this is twice now I kind of got this message for y'all. Be really careful in this next year, because I feel like you got some financial blessings seriously coming your way in the next year, or at least things are going to start looking up for you. Some kind of a fulfillment of something, particularly if this is something you've invested in. For some of you guys, this could be like you starting a career where you can leave a legacy or something like that. It's you getting closer to a long-term goal. For some of you, achieving a long-term goal that you've set for yourself with like work, career, or finances, you achieving that goal. But there's a caveat here. And I see some of you guys maybe a little bit too generous in that you're giving more than like what you're getting, or there could be a tendency for some of you to miss out on certain blessings because again, the spending, your output may be greater than your input. So just make sure that you're budgeting really well in the meantime, in between time, because I feel like there's going to be something really, really good for you if you manage your money wisely. I also feel like some of you guys could be really focusing on your physical health this year too. So for some of you, especially if you've been feeling not good in your body, like health wise, or if you've been like physically, like I've been better, like this isn't my peak. I've been at my peak. This isn't my peak. I feel like you're going to hit your peak. So it's kind of like I'm getting for a lot of you guys, you're going to be going out and starting to work on yourself and have a major glow up in this next year. It's like the before and the after. Do you know what I mean? And I've seen this twice on both decks, this similar energy. So this is like confirming for me. There's a before and an after coming for you. So snap that before picture now, boo, and then put your plan into motion. Because I really feel like by the end of this next year, you're going to be feeling good. You're going to be looking good. I'm hearing hormones for some of you. I don't know. Some of you guys might be working like on balancing your hormones. For some of you guys, I want to say be really careful about your legs and your feet. Something to do with that. I don't know if some of you guys might have surgery or have some condition or something to do like where you might have an injury with like to do with your legs or your feet. So be really careful about, I feel like, proper shoes, making sure you're taking really good care of yourself. In this next year, particularly for some reason, when it comes to like your legs and your feet. Yeah. Some of you guys may be running or runners. in which case, yeah, again, be careful of your legs and your feet. Or like moving too quickly into something. Be really careful if it's not about like running or movement or action or something like that, like, sports kind of an injury or something. I want to say also be really thoughtful this next year about the decisions that you make before you jump into something. That's also, I feel like, kind of part of this, like being slow or careful about your money, but also decisions and choices that you make. You don't jump into something too quickly without really giving it a lot of thought, like making foolish decisions, particularly when this comes to like new opportunities that are presented to you. Again, I feel like some of you guys are going to be getting potentially like new job offer. And again, for some of you, this job could be something where you're kind of starting from the bottom, or something brand new that you're just starting to kind of venture into. Okay. I feel like you guys are going to be having like an incredible boost when it comes to your confidence this next year. Some of you guys might be having a lot more sex in this next year as well. Might be feeling a lot more virile, particularly too. I'm getting like if there's something hormonally that you were trying to balance out or work on, or a health related issue. I feel like the better you start to feel and the better you start to look, it's like the more you got this like fire. Not only towards your goals and passions and things that you're pursuing, but also like in your sex life, and like maybe you get feeling more confident getting yourself out there. Some of you guys might be giving yourself a makeover in this next year. You know what I mean? Some of you guys might be thinking in this next year, trying to decide about purchasing a vehicle or moving. Not really sure if that's going to happen. There could be a fire sign too that you're connecting with in this next year, because you got the king, the queen, and the knight of wands. Just saying. So you could be connecting with an Aries, a Leo, or Sagittarius. You also have Aries energy here. Yeah, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in this next year. Could also be a new relationship coming your way, or at least like a new interest when it comes to like, your sex life, boo. Also have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but that's your energy as well. Some of you guys, I think, are going to be really focused on your legacy, like thinking more long term on things. But again, take your time. Don't move too fast into anything. Without really like I said, thinking it through, making sure things are fair and balanced for you. Tell me any other new good coming for Gemini in this next year, and then we're gonna blow out your candle. You guys are releasing some burdens this next year, okay? 10 of Wands. So there's something here that you guys are letting go of. For some of you, it could be letting go of a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. It could be like a love interest or romantic interest that you're releasing or letting go of in this next year. And that, only if that was burdensome, if it was burdensome to you, boo. If it wasn't, if you're in a happy relationship, that's not for you. But if you were in an unhappy relationship where you were not feeling emotionally fulfilled, maybe neglected, or like you were taking on too much of the responsibility of the relationship, I feel like you're letting that go in this next year. And it may just be certain responsibilities that, like, we're kind of going full circle now with your reading, coming from the very beginning, past the oracle message, but the general message, the whatever comes out, where it was feeling like there was something that you guys were having to let go of, an ending of a cycle or completion of something that was going to help you to feel lighter and unburden you so that you can move towards some new opportunities and potential. And I feel like that is what is showing up for you in the new good, and that's coming for you in your birthday gifts, right? It is showing me so much of a release. And a lot of you guys, it's like you're letting go of some grudges too from the past, some old pains and hurts. There may even be someone, like I said, apologizing or trying to bring closure to a situation that you were still kind of holding a bit of a grudge towards. I see you guys being a fighter and overcoming a particular challenge. I heard like a weird noise. It's Bojangles. Overcoming a particular challenge and coming out on the other side feeling more confident, more stronger, more confident, more in charge and control of your life and your destiny and your future. And I really love that for you. This is really showing like a full circle moment where maybe you're kind of starting this out feeling a bit burdened, feeling a bit like not yourself, feeling a bit depleted, feeling, some of you not healthy in your body, some of you feeling a bit like abused or put upon or mistreated in a way, and or or burdened by something, and then having that burden lifted, and then you moving forward in this new energy of confidence, and solidifying or cementing your legacy here, moving towards some kind of blessings and stability in your life, which I really, really love to see. And again, here you go. The Six of Wands just doesn't want to leave y'all alone, right? And the Seven of Pentacles too. So again, you moving confidently and boldly in a direction where you're going to have long-term stability. And I love that. And for some of you guys, there is like a new relationship after you opening yourself up to something new and positive after some kind of a painful ending. So I feel like the sooner you can let something go that doesn't serve you, Gemini, the sooner these like new blessings are going to be coming in for you, like raining in is what I'm hearing. So I love it for you. Whew. Gemini, we went on a journey on this one. All right, finally, we are going to blow out the birthday candle. So everybody start thinking of your wish. Thank you, everybody who has joined me for the entirety of this journey. I really appreciate each and every single stinking one of you. If you happen to have Cancer in your chart, we did do a Cancer birthday reading, so you might want to check that out as well. All right, you guys thinking of your wish? Cancer Venus. Okay. I missed that. But that's right. You did say that you're a Cancer Venus. Checkbox apology. Checkbox. Yay. Okay. Silver Empress. Hey girl, hey. Yes. You're catching all the good lives today. Okay, boo. Happy belated birthday to you. Also, you guys, in addition to my Mojo Tarot over there, my girl some of the Silver Empress, the Silver Empress 333. I'm tongue tied. Is also a Gemini. So if you are a Gemini and you want to follow a fellow Gemini, I like following people with my placements too, as readers. Like I think it's I don't know, I feel like you can connect better sometimes. So if you're a Gemini and you want to follow other Gemini readers, I highly recommend the Silver Empress 333 and over here Mojo Jojo. Let's go. Working out, eating right, getting fit. Okay, Mojo Jojo. Whew. Oh no, Wendy. Girl, the couch calls, and it's just so hard to not heed the call of the couch. I feel you. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, you guys ready for the candle? Let me get it going. Thank you, girl. I'm so glad you liked it. Oh gosh, that's crazy. That's cuckoo bananas, girl. I literally was talking about leg and feet and running. So crazy. Cuckoo bananas. Okay. Let's get it. You guys ready? Make a wish. All right. I got the selenite candle ready for y'all. You guys, have you thought of your wish or your wishes? You can double your pleasure, double your fun. Or whatever, triple it. I don't care. Do it. Oh no, I already blew it out by accident. I got a little too happy. Let me light it again and then we'll blow it out together, okay? Got a little too happy there. Okay, you guys ready? You got your wish? Okay, let's blow it out together. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Gemini, may all of your birthday wishes, hopes, and dreams come true, my boobies, my twins. All right. I'm sending you guys so much love. Let's ring the rooster for you. Ring the rooster. All right. Happy belated birthday. I hope the rest of this year until your next birthday goes amazing, my friends. In case you guys missed it, I am going backwards, doing bonus readings, catching all of the signs that I missed before. So we did Gemini. I still have to do Taurus and Aries. I won't be doing those tonight. Started getting later my time, but I am going to be live tomorrow for the new good for everybody, starting with Cancer, going to Gemini because it is Cancer season. So catch me live tomorrow. If you guys have not subscribed, please do so. You can hit the subscribe and then hit the notification bell, set it to all so you know anytime I go live or upload a new reading for you. Like this one was totally random. And I'm so grateful for everybody that was able to pop in tonight and say hi and join us live. And hopefully for you, all y'all, and everyone watching back, you have a great night and a great rest of your week. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow as well. Beijinhos, abrazos, and have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you, girl. I love selenite so much. It's like my favorite. And I love selenite lamps, selenite candle holders. If you can find, I found, actually weirdly enough, I found selenite candle holders in a lot of different like little shops, even shops that are not like esoteric shops. I found, you know, now more places are carrying stuff like that. So yeah, I had a selenite lamp that I gave away before I moved here, sadly. But yeah, I'm gonna have to try to get another one. So I highly recommend. It gives such good energy. Thanks, Wendy. Thanks, Mojo Tarot. Thanks, Summer, and everybody. Sending you guys so much love. Have a good one. Bye. Thank you. Yeah. Roar. That's what I do for Leo. Okay. But you guys got to, you had to get some of that roar energy in your reading, Geminis. All right. Bye, you guys.